In the morning when I'm driving, I really come alive when I listen to my Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie in the morning while I'm driving. Ronnie, I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q. Take a seat and go meet Ronnie. Sweet, 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 sweet Ronnie. No day complete without my Ronnie. She can't be beat. Sweet, sweet Ronnie.
Hello, hello, hello. I know I'm not usually here on Saturday, but I took yesterday off. Let me see what this is back here. A Halloween pack. I wasn't here on Halloween. Oh, they gave me some things to share for Halloween, but I was unable to share them. So let me share them now. Let me share what StreamYard gave for Halloween. Uh, I don't see it. I don't see it. Let me see if it's showing up. No, I don't see anything. Some background. I see no background. Oh well. I guess since Halloween is over, they deleted it. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I don't even see my regular background. Come to think of it. Hey, Rudy. Uh, Ira, Arahita Homestead, it is good to see you. Thank you for joining the show. Now, let me see. They also put a ghoul up here. I understand there was a ghoul that was shown on Ness's show. Oh, the ghoul is there. Oh, the big chin ghoul is there. I don't think the ghoul would have dark hair. I think the ghoul would have more gray hair. The big chin ghoul would have more gray hair. But it's hard to decipher that if they even have hair because they were sitting at a dinner table out in the public with a baseball cap on. I thought that I'm so these people are such trash, but I'm sitting up on at a dinner table with a baseball cap on because I'm so above you all. I may be crippled, I may have hurt my knee, but I'm above you all as I sit at the dinner table with a baseball cap on and my lips talking about how you people are deadbeats. But it's really me, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Okay, so let's get into the actual things that are important. Let me. I don't know if you guys are aware that they are giving JD Vance the what for. Now we know we don't hear a lot from our vice presidents on any regular basis. However, ever since Charlie Kirk's death, it's just real strange that this vice president has been out here threatening people, telling the public to dox people behind Charlie Kirk, uh, threatening your freedoms, uh, your freedom of speech, threatening everything. Now, after this thing happened, I told my husband, I said, this wife is going to be hooked up with someone by the end of the year, no later than the end of January. Now, there's a whole lot of talk going around about how inappropriately uh, JD Vance uh, had his hand on her waistline as she introduced him. And she introduced him and says that even though she loved her husband, J.D. Vance was the only one who reminded her of her husband. And he comes up on stage, and I thought that it was quite inappropriate myself. Uh, the hand placements, his hand on her waist and down around her hip, and then they hug, and she has her hand, all her fingers all ensnarled in his hair, all the way up to his crown. I thought that it was quite creepy, and it seems like a lot of other people think that it's quite creepy as well. Now, understand that JD Vance has been taking the place of Charlie Kirk in these turning point tours. And there was an Indian woman who asked him about, he's all of a sudden a staunch Christian. Yeah, everything is about God, the Bible. So they have turned this turning point tour into all of this Christianity and all of this type of stuff. You do understand that they are trying to push the Christian right on this nation. So he said that he goes to church. His wife goes to church with him, but she is not a Christian, and he would hope soon that she will come over to the Christian religion. Now, some people think that is kind of odd, throwing your wife under the bus once again, and saying that. Her religion is not enough. He said she's Hindu, but she doesn't practice. But she comes to church with me, and I would wish she would have something touch her that would bring her over to Christianity. But didn't you know this before? Didn't you know this before? So he's basically saying his wife's religion is less than his. To even sit up and talk about your wife religions with people who have who have made it a point to slam Vivek Rashami about his religion. That is a fake religion. No other religion can enter the kingdom, and all of this hoopla behind the Hindu religion. When Raswamy tried to fill in for Charlie Kirk, and all he got was berated about his religion. These white people don't want you brown people nowhere around them. So my question is, with if there is a new election, let's pretend like the United States is going on the course where it is supposed to go, and uh, uh, 45, 47 is not going to try to go for another term and another term and another term after this term. Let's say none of this is going to happen. Usually the vice president is next up at bat. Now, J.D. Vance has also said that something to the effect that he's looking forward to running, and Marco Rubio would be a great running mate or something to that effect. So he has put it out there that he is ready for the job if something happens to 45, 47 during this presidency. Now, I would also like you to understand that there is a whole lot of things going on in regards to that Charlie Kirk incident. You can go over there and check it out for yourself. But the one thing that I found odd that is going on in our government surrounding Charlie Kirk, there is, the FBI came out and said that they have found the culprit, and they have arrested when none of that happened. Actually, the father of Robinson turned him in. The FBI didn't find anything. They're trying to take credit for things that they have no credit to take. Now, uh, the, the Department of Homeland Security, the guy under, oh, what is her name? Tulsi Gabbard. He went in the FBI files to look for some information regarding the Kirk situation, and Cockeye Patel pissed a bitch. He said that he had no right to go into this information, so they're being real obsessive and protective over any FBI information that they have regarding Charlie Kirk's death. So it's a lot of weird things going on about that. So let me, before we get into that, let me share. Today is November 1st. Now, 45, 47 jetted off was it last night, yesterday, to Mar-a-Lago for their big billionaires only Halloween celebration, and said that he is not his job to do anything about the alleged Democrats shutdown. So we understand that there is a $5 billion emergency surplus for food stamps that he is refusing to uh, distribute. He distributed his last time in office, and he also, I showed you in one of my lives, also put out information uh, in the Department of Agriculture that how and why the people who were on food stamps would be getting paid, but they went in and they took it out this time. They went in and took out the fact that it is a law that they would and that they would be dispersing the full amount of food stamps. Now they have $5 billion in the emergency fund for food stamps. But they said if they use it, they won't be able to do anything if there's an emergency, such as a natural disaster. That's not FEMA money. That's what FEMA is for. This is what they're telling you. This is what the Republicans are telling you. That if they spend that money, they won't have any money for a natural disaster. When in fact, that is what the money is for. It's for food. It's not for natural disasters. Okay, so let's take that off the book. Let's take all of this bullshit off the book because a judge has ruled that they must distribute the SNAP benefits. So now their attorneys are quite mad about this. Now, today is November 1st. This is November 1st, and this is when the SNAP benefits have been shut off. And as far as we know, as your president is out on the golf course after holding a exclusive Halloween dinner, people in the United States may not be fed. I think they said the total amount to fund food stamps for 1 month is around 8 point something $billion. They already have $5 billion, so they need 3 to 4 more $billion. So this is where we are. This is where we are in American government. However, it never seems to amaze me how the for-profit press act as if they don't know the information that anybody who is curious about the facts will be able to go into actual government web pages that have not scrubbed laws away, kind of like me, and find out the actual facts and then question these politicians. These people are followed around by the press all day, all night, everywhere they go, and they can't even seem to ask a question right. All of these leading BS questions that they ask. It's just crazy. So let me share this with you.
If we come to November 1st and these contingency funds haven't been released, if nothing has been accomplished in restoring SNAP benefits, will you call on your Democratic colleagues to reopen the government and deal with these shutdown crises immediately, deal with healthcare conversations once the government is reopened?
So let me ask you a question. The basis for your question is, and maybe the better way to state it would be, if the Trump administration continues to violate the law, if the Trump administration unlawfully refuses to release funds so that families in Colorado don't go hungry, if the Trump administration refuses to follow the law as they have for the better course of the last 9 months, violating statute after statute, if in that scenario these actions unfold, then how will Democrats respond? That, my view, would be a more fair characterization of the question that you've posed, because it does feel a little bit like we're in the twilight zone here, with an administration that is lawless, violates the law with impunity, is now doing so with respect to the release of funds for families that may go hungry. We're here in Washington, you're here in Washington, House Republicans are gone, 6 weeks and counting, gone, literally gone. Won't show up in Washington, won't do town halls back in their respective districts. And somehow the question is posed to House Democrats as to how we will respond. The Trump administration needs to follow the law. And insofar, you've heard all my colleagues repeatedly suggest we would like to negotiate an agreement in good faith with our Republican colleagues. That is why we're here in our nation's capital. The question should be posed to Republicans. When will they get serious about working with us in good faith so that we can reach an agreement? The passion you hear is frustration with the fact that Republicans could just simply abandon their post for 6 weeks, that the Trump administration can just violate the law without consequence. It should offend everyone. It certainly offends me.
if we come to
I am really offended as well. Now, yesterday, Mike Johnson suspended Congress for next week as well. For next week as well, Congress is suspended as he says that he's so overworked and tired. How are you overworked when you have had a Congress in recess for 5 weeks? And this is after the 1 month off that Congress got for a vacation. Make any of this make sense? So, this is what's going on in your government. And so, the reason why this is going on in your government is because of the people who refuse to get up off of their asses and vote. It's because of the same people who want to have conversations about what's going on since they are personally being affected, but they never got up off of their asses to vote. And this is because you have people who even entertain these idiots who didn't get up off their ass and vote. It's estimated that 8 million people didn't vote. 45-47 lost this election by a little over 1 million votes. While he says that he won this election by a margin that has never been seen before, of course that's a lie. Of course that's a lie. So understand that there was no mandate. It was a bunch of lazy people who wouldn't vote. It was a bunch of people who threw their vote away, voting on a third party candidate that they knew would never win, but they refused to vote in their best interest, seeing how the deck of cards were stacked. They decided they thought that this was a good time to do a protest vote to vote against Kamala Harris. They thought that they were doing something by throwing away their vote. And look at the condition the United States is in. Unrecognizable. All of the protections that protected Black people have been wiped away. But now everybody wants to jaw jerk. Everybody wants to jaw jerk now. And I predict, I foresee, I am looking around, and I we haven't seen the half of it. I'm just waiting on them to actually take the vote away. They have done everything. If your vote didn't matter, why do they want to federalize elections so that 45-47 can make the rules for each state what can be allowed in their when people vote? Why do they want to federalize the vote if it don't matter? Okay, so let me share this as well. Hey, Angela T. Wright, it is good to see you. I am glad some people really get it. But you have to be in tune to get it. Let me share this with you. And I agree with this man wholeheartedly.
Would not pay me to care what somebody uses their SNAP or their EBT to buy. You just fucking couldn't. Because of the laundry list of things that I have an issue with my tax dollars being spent on, that's not fucking one of them. Let's see here. Our demented septuagenarian is going on fucking golf trips every goddamn day. Our futon fornicating vice president loves to go on a vacation. We bankrolled a goddamn genocide. Oh, and let's not forget the fucking concentration camps that are being built in the U.S. that you sacks of shit gave cutesy little names to. And what you're fucking worried about is people who are on the brink of fucking poverty getting a pack of Oreos with dinner so they have something to look forward to. Give me a fucking break. You red hat and cousin humping motherfuckers. Raised to have zero empathy for anyone at all? Because all I get out of this is that you motherfuckers are looking for any excuse to punch down on somebody who has a worse lot in life than you. And half of you motherfuckers do it with a cross on your neck and you're the first in the pew on fucking Sunday. God damn! Eat a bag of shit and get fucked. You could not pay me to care what somebody uses their SNAP or their EBT to buy. You just fucking couldn't. Because of the laundry list of things that I have an issue with my tax dollars being spent on, that's not fucking one of them. Let's see here. Our domestic...
Okay, I concur. I concur 100%. So all of the sudden, of these Republicans are concerned with what the SNAP dollars go for. Now they want to tell you what you are allowed to buy and eat. They have that has always been an issue. Going way back. You shouldn't be able to buy shellfish. You shouldn't be able to buy candy. I believe, who is it? Oklahoma and two other states have put provisions in where people on SNAP cannot buy soda and candy. Mhm. What is it to you? What is it to anyone? But Sarah Huckabee, she went on a trip to Paris with her two girlfriends, and then all of a sudden, there was a dispute about some money that was spent, and then she tried to say that they spent the money on a podium. Now, I did this story when it came out months and months ago, and they tried to say that this was some special podium, and it cost I think it was like 22, 24 thousand dollars that they were saying that was a strange little addition to the state of broke ass Oklahoma's budget that was snuck in after her trip to Paris. And then they tried to come up with a receipt. And when they Googled this special podium, it cost, I think, under $1,000. But she tried to say that this podium was actually the $22,000 that she snuck in, and there was a handwritten, backdated date on the receipt that they gave to the government after they start asking them about this money. But they want to tell poor people that they can't buy candy or soda. Understand what's going on in your government. As Now, it takes around $9 billion to feed the United States of America's poor people, children, disabled people, veterans. It takes about $9 billion to feed them on SNAP. Understand, a lot of these people on SNAP already have jobs. Understand that they have already taken so much money from SNAP benefits in that big bloated budget that gave billionaires tax breaks. Understand that they had already taken out Section 8, a huge chunk of Section 8 out of that budget as well. So I don't want to hear no crying when those Section 8 cuts come in after this midterm election. See, a lot of the stuff in this budget have not even come into effect because they did not want it to be seen what they really have in this budget until after the midterm elections. And now that information is getting out, who's to say if there are really going to be midterm elections? We know that they are not going to be fair elections based upon the people who he has put in charge of election integrity, people who are still denying that he lost the 2020 election are in charge of election to ensure that the elections go as planned and are done properly. Election deniers. This is who is ensuring the integrity of our elections. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. Now, I think let's get into the JD Vance situation of it all. Let me share this with you. Hey, Nene, it is good to see you. Let me share this with you.
Ridiculed worldwide, not just for his Halloween costume last night, but also for suggesting that his wife, Usha Vance, should embrace Christianity. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So I don't know if you saw, but JD Vance's Halloween costume, he dressed up as a meme of himself and posted some bizarre videos and pictures that he thought were funny, but he actually was just getting ridiculed by folks on the right, the left, and the center, not just in America, but around the world. He was also getting ridiculed and kind of attacked for suggesting that his wife, Usha Vance, should embrace Christianity. Now, I do want to just take a minute and imagine if Vice President Kamala Harris dressed up as a meme of herself for Halloween. The ridicule that she would have gotten from people on the right and across the world, and even the ridicule from the media, would have been nonstop. And while JD Vance is actually getting a lot of it right now, I'm not going to show you what he dressed up as for Halloween, but it was just bizarre. Meanwhile, Trump was renovating the White House on Halloween. Spread the word, follow along for more. We have some news right now. Vice President JD Vance is getting...
And speaking of JD Vance, you have to see, I can't play the sound, but hold on. I cannot play the sound. I will play the sound, and then I will go back and I will take this out because you must see this new GIF that has come out about JD Vance and Erica Kirk. Let me share this with you. I will have to come back and take this out. Hold on one second. This is called The Boy Is Mine. Oh my God. I hate... hold on. I love this comedian. Now, this is the picture of the inappropriateness. You see his hand low on her waist. Then they come into this embrace. Now, what does that look like? Would you... is that acceptable? She's just introducing him on a stage for that turning point bullshit that he does. Is that his new job? Being the taking the place of Charlie Kirk. The way her hands is all. That's not even the worst part. She goes further up with her hands and gets them deeper into his hair. Look at his hands on her waist. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm sorry that you seem to be... Okay, so all of the links are in my description box. Please check them out. They are in my box. What do you guys think about that? Anything? Anything? Is there anything you guys think about that? If they aren't already knocking pelvis, it won't be long. Oh my God, I saw the window in her traditional Christian mourning, the widow in her traditional mourning black leather pants. They actually have a Halloween costume dedicated to her as well. Y'all making me be messy. Now, there is a Halloween costume that is dedicated. Let me show you the Halloween costume dedicated to her. Um, I I hope it came out early enough so people could wear it. I'm not sure, but this is the alleged holiday Halloween costume. Hey, verbal assassin, it is good to see you. This is the Halloween costume. Fake grieving widow grifter costume includes fake tears, skin tight black leather morning pants. And I think it also includes the offering plate that is overflowing with uh, millions and billions of dollars from APEC, Israeli interests, and stupid people who are buying this bullshit about Christianity. So, if you need a costume for next year, there it is. So, let me drop this link in the box so you can get your next costume. Now, what is Deanna saying? Okay, she was just saying, hey. Okay, let me drop the costume in my description box. I am creating my description box as I costume. As I go along. Now, let's get into some more content. Now, what is this about 4547 wanting to test our nuclear weapons? What is this? Did you guys hear that 4547 is now talking about resuming nuclear testing? Now, if you are unaware, that's not as easy as it seems. We haven't we haven't tested a nuclear weapon, I think, since either 92 or 96. Let me share my screen with you from Politico. I didn't know Politico was actually. What is this? Is that the one? No, that's not the right one. Let me share the correct one. I didn't know Politico was a right leaning paper or site, shall I say. Here we go. Resuming nuclear testing is not as easy as you think. The country faces a slew of safety, ethical, and logistical challenges to restarting a halted nuclear test. It could still happen. Okay, so President 4547 ordered late Wednesday night for U.S. to resume nuclear weapon tests has confounded officials and drawn scrutiny from nuclear experts over the safety, feasibility, and purpose of kickstarting an effort that has been paused for more than 3 decades. But it could still happen. The U.S. halted nuclear testing in 1992, and almost every other country with atomic weapons has done the same. But the return of a Cold War-era arms race seems suddenly closer amid unraveling disarmament treaties, a push by Russia and China to increase their nuclear stockpiles, and a new threat by the U.S. president to restart the efforts. Democrats on Capitol Hill warned Thursday about the dangerous radioactive impact of resuming testing, while some Republicans cheered the president for seeking to solidify his leverage with adversaries. excuse me. But safety experts and former officials fear such a move would set off a chain reaction of testing and nuclear proliferation around the world. One Pentagon uh, on one the Pentagon's aging weapon systems may struggle to confront. There is no damn reason on the face of this earth to start explosive testing, said Senator Jackie Rosen, a Nevada Democrat, said in an interview. We will do everything to stop it. Here are five hurdles the U.S. faces in resuming nuclear testing. Hold on 1 second. Hello, Amethyst. Let's see what the five hurdles are. It is unclear whether 4547 plans to resume explosive nuclear testing or to simply test the missiles that are capable of carrying nuclear warhead. I wouldn't presume that the president's word meant nuclear testing. Vice Admiral Richard Correll, the nominee to lead the military top nuclear command, told the Senate Armed Service Committee on Thursday at his confirmation hearing. I believe the quote was start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis. Neither China or Russia has conducted nuclear explosive tests. So I'm not reading anything into it or reading in anything out. So he said he don't know what the fuck he talking about. I know he can't be talking about setting off nuclear warheads as in nuclear testing. The debate over resuming nuclear testing has floated through Washington establishment circles since the end of the Cold War, but it picked up steam in the run-up to the 2024 presidential election when 4547's former National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien made a public push for the Pentagon to resume tests. If China and Russia continue to refuse to engage in good faith arm controls talk, the United States should also resume production of uranium and 235 and plutonium 239, the primary fissile isotopes of nuclear weapons. He wrote this June in Foreign Affairs magazine. Now, let me see. Truth's live social post ordering the Pentagon to begin weapons testing came just after Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that the Kremlin has successfully experimented with a torpedo capable of carrying a nuclear weapon. Trump post came minutes before his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in South Korea, although neither mentioned it afterward. Now, the move faces safety issues. The U.S. has signed the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, but not ratified it. Neither international nor U.S. law prevents Trump from resuming tests. But the subject has been taboo for years in Washington, in part because open-air nuclear tests from 1945 to 1980 left thousands of people across Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and New Mexico sick with cancer and other radioactive illnesses. Now, the simple point that 4547 told this. Who did he tell? The simple fact that 4547 ordered the Pentagon to begin U.S. Weapons testing is a problem right there, because it is the Pentagon are not even the people who test the nuclear weapons. So we already understand that he don't give a shit about average American people. So him not knowing about the cancer, even if he knew about the cancer that the old tests brought about on the population, I doubt if he'd care. But he doesn't even know that it's not even the Pentagon's job. It is the energy department's job to test nuclear warheads. So there is that. So this link is in my description box as well. Let me see. If you guys don't know, welcome to Trumpland Volume 3, The Hunger Games. Hey, Leonard. It is good to see you. Now, how do I know this? How do I know any of this? Let's look on this home page. Let's find some information. Is this the one I want? I think this is the one. No, this is about Snap. Well, I will share this with you since I have it up as well. This is the Center on Budget and Policy priorities. I wonder why your for-profit media can't just go to a actual government page. Snap contingency reserve is available for regular SNAP benefits as USDA and OMB have ruled in the past. So even though they have taken that information down, this is on a actual government site. The administration must use all available options to fund November benefits in the for the 1 in 8 people in the U.S. who need SNAP to afford their groceries. I don't know why this is up for debate. Statement: food assistance. Trump administration is legally required to provide SNAP and shutdown, contrary to its claim. October 23rd, blog. Federal budget. The Trump administration is purposely inflicting unnecessary pain during the shutdown. So I wanted to share that with you. People act as if they cannot find information and have people stumbling around like, I don't know. Well, what about this? What about that? Okay. There's the facts and why they had to take him to court to actually get him to do what the law says he must do. Well, we know that he is keen on ignoring court orders. Now, let me find. I think this is the one. Where is it? Where is it? I apologize. Oh, here it is. DEA. Oh, no, that's not the one. That's the one about the fentanyl. And I have a question about this fentanyl. Now, they want you to believe that 4547 actually has some success with Xi of China when he had absolutely no success. They are telling you they sent Scott Besson out of all people to tell you that they have reached an agreement. There is no there is quarter. This last quarter, China will be buying 1,200 metric tons of soybeans from the American farmers, and he held it that as a success. When in fact, China used to buy over 27 cubic tons of soybean. So that is less than half. That's what Scott Besson said, that they have agreed to buy less than half. as they have given $40 billion to Argentina, and China is buying their soybeans from Argentina. So understand that this administration came away embarrassed from China because they are trying to get those rare earth minerals for these billionaires to continue to make money off of the federal government that are throwing all these government contracts to these billionaires who need rare earth minerals to make their product that they want you to pay for, and then they want you to buy their products, and then they want to prop up the stock market as the United States has a healthy economy. Understand all of that. So let me see if I can. There's one more thing that I wanted to show about those nukes. Hold on 1 second. Talk to your neighbor, like they tell you in say neighbor. God is good all the time. So they are trying to bring these nukes back and test these nukes, and he don't even know who to tell to test these nukes. We are in trouble. We are in a big trouble. That's all I can tell you. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I think it is here. I thought I had already pulled it up. Oh, it may be here. Let me open this up. I may have had it all open already. Nope, I didn't have it open already. Okay, well, I can't find it. Let me go on to what I do have on the nuclear program. Here we go. Trump's nuclear testing answer to Russia's Bovernik or drawn of or drawn or dawn of a new arms race. So what they're saying is Russia has a new I can't pronounce it Bovernik is this uh, is this request to start testing our nuclear weapons a natural response, or is it a response to the fact that Russia just said that they have a missile that can carry a nuclear warhead, and they just tested their missile that can carry a nuclear warhead, and now all of the sudden 4547 has said, well, I'm going to tell the Pentagon to start testing our nukes. Huh? Did you guys hear about the Russian missile? The Let me enlarge this. Did y'all hear about that? U.S. President 4547 has ordered the Pentagon and top-ranked military leaders to revive the nuclear weapons testing after over 30 years of pause. According to 4547 administration, the purpose of pushing for nuclear testing is to match the U.S. capabilities with other nuclear-powered countries such as China and Russia. But when he was on his airplane, he proclaimed that the United States have far more nukes than Russia or anyone else, and when in fact we don't. China has the most. Okay, so there's that. while posting to Life Social, Trump 4547 said, because of our country's testing programs, I have instructed the Department of War. There is no Department of War. There is the Department of Defense, and I refuse to call it the Department of War because they had no right to change the name because only Congress can do it. See, I'm not going to play these games. I have instructed the Department of Defense to start testing our nuclear weapons on a equal basis. So we're doing this based on what Putin did. Understand that this is going to cost more billions of dollars just because Putin has developed a new missile that can carry a nuke. We got money for this type of shit. Okay. Now, understand that the missiles are already go through testing. It's not like these missiles have gone untested for 30 years, but they have gone tested in a way that they do not have to detonate this nuclear waste in the ground or where it causes harm, cancer, and damage to the atmosphere. The nuclear weapons are always tested. Okay. Here is the post. The United States has more nuclear weapons than any other country. False. Oh, okay, that's false. This was accomplished including and complete update and renovations for existing weapons during my first term in office. Lie. Okay, so he's saying during his first term in office, he proliferated more nukes than any other country. That's not true because we don't even have more nuclear weapons than any other country. Because of the tremendous destructive power, I hated to do it, but I had no choice. Russia is second, and China is a distant third, but will be even within 5 years. Because of other countries' testing programs, I have instructed the Department of Defense to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis. That process will begin immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. A fucking fool. Okay. When it comes to nukes, the U.S. possesses more nuclear weapons than Russia, the second in number, and China a third distance, as claimed by President. Oh, I thought no, I could be wrong. Who holds more nukes and weapons? According to the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, Russia has outpaced the U.S. possessing. Oh, it's not China, it's Russia. The Russia has outpaced the U.S. in possessing nukes, as Russia has over 5,500 nuclear warheads, and the U.S. has 5,044 nuclear warheads. As per the Center for Strategic and International Studies, China has more than double the size of its arsenal, possessing 600 nuclear weapons, and in 2025, from 300 weapons in 2020. Okay, so there we are. Now, recently, Russian has also tested a Poseidon nuclear capable underwater drone, which has the capability of destroying coastal regions by triggering vast radioactive ocean swells. So these are the new weapons. Let me see. Uh, Russia reveal of the Russia reveal of nuclear might, countering Russia's invincible Vervinstik. The announcement came under the heels of Russia's successful testing of a nuclear-powered cruise missile, with reportedly unlimited range. The 9M730 BV, also called Storm Petrel, is a ground-based and low-flying cruise missile that is not only nuclear. In the recent test, the missile covered a distance of 14,000 kilometers and remained in the air for around 15 hours. NATO called the cruise missile SSC X-9 Skyfall. Upon hearing of the success of the cruise missile, President 4547 called it inappropriate to be conducting such tests amid peace talks with Ukraine. Given the growing power of Russia and the paradigm shift in the nuclear deterrence, the recently announced U.S. decision signals an answer to counter Russia's surging dominance in nuclear domains. Dawn of a new air race? It could be. It could be. So it seems like 4547 is afraid and wants to show that he is all powerful. So the link to this article is also in my description box. You know, it's just it's really a lot. It's really a lot because he can only show his dominance in talking and lying. Let me see. I think I have one more about this. Oh, there is also something about Area 50. Is it Area 51 or 49 in Arizona? There was a crash there, and the government tried to cover it up. Um, let me let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Yes, I do want to share this one with you. Because Putin said if Putin has put out if the U.S. Start testing their missile, then he's going to take it a uh, as a threat. Here we are. Let me get to this part of the article. Putin has repeatedly warned that if the United States resumed nuclear testing, Russia would too. Putin says a global nuclear arms race is already underway. What are the big powers doing with their nuclear weapons? The exact number of warheads each country has are secret, but Russia has a total about 5,459 warheads, while the United States have about 5,177, according to the Federation of American Science. Those numbers include deployed, stockpiled, and retired warheads. The Washington, D.C. Based Armed Control Association said the United States has a stockpile of about 5,222 nuclear warheads, and Russia has about 5,580. Global nuclear warhead stockpiles peaked in 1986 at over 70,000 warheads, most in the Soviet Union and the United States, but have since been reduced to about 12,000, most still in Russia and the United States. Okay, so that's what I wanted you to understand. Russia tested a missile that could carry a warhead, which then caused 4547 to say that we need to start actually testing nuclear weapons. So that's where we are with it. Why would you test again? To gather information or to send a signal? Tests provide evidence of what any new nuclear weapon would do and whether old weapons still work. In 2020, Washington Post reported that the administration of U.S. President 4547 had discussed whether or not to conduct a nuclear test. Apart from providing technical data, such data would be seen in Russia and China as a deliberate assertion of U.S. strategic power. So there you go. This is from U.S. News. Why was nuclear testing ended? Concerns mounted about the impact of the environment, the impact of the West testing in the Pacific and Soviet testing in Kazakhstan and the Arctic was significant on both the environment and the people. Activists says millions of people in both the Pacific and Kazakhstan had their land contaminated by nuclear testing and have faced health issues for decades. By limiting the Cold War bonanza of nuclear testing, advocates said tensions between Moscow and Washington could be reduced. The CTBT bans nuclear explosions by everyone everywhere. It was signed by Russia in 1996 and ratified in 2000. The United States signed the treaty in 1996 but has not ratified it. In 2023, President Putin formally revoked Russia's ratification of the CTBT, brings his country in line with the United States. So these are the agreements that they signed on to about not testing their actual nuclear weapons, but the fact that Putin came out with a missile that went 15 hours without landing. They say it can fly indefinitely. Has 4547 afraid? Why is 4547 afraid of his good friend Vladimir, that he had our military personnel on their knees to roll out the red carpet? Surely he's not afraid of his good friend Vladimir. Okay, so these links are in my description box. You can peruse them at your leisure. Hold on, let me add this one. That's what we have on our arms race. I want to share with you about this crash that happened. I think it's Area 51. Okay, let me see what Z Sarah is saying. He doesn't care because the Reaper is sitting on his shoulder. That's what the president of the one who should get the Nobel Peace Prize. They were supposed to be conducting a false flag operation on a U.S. battleship. This is no false flag on no battleship. Those battleships are about to go into Venezuela. That's what those battleships are about to do. Another question. I have another question. One of the other things that he was supposed to get from Chi is that Chi told him he wasn't specific about what he would do. Allegedly, Chi told 4547, according to 4547, he said that Chi said he was going to do something about the fentanyl problem. And why? Let's look at my thumbnail. Oh shit. I didn't download my thumb. Well, you see my thumbnail. I think I have the actual link to this. Let me find my thumbnail information because it's very interesting. It is very interesting that it actually shows where the flow of fentanyl come from. So I don't understand Here it is right here. Let's look at a unclassified government report about fentanyl. So now uh, we are supposed to be going into Venezuela because of them bringing in fentanyl. And when everybody who knows anything about the drug trade, uh, especially the War Department, would know that the influx of fentanyl does not come from Venezuela. Um, let's look at this chart right here. Let me make sure it is sharing. Um, right here. Oh, this is China. This is India. This is Canada. This is the United States, and this is Mexico. Number one, fentanyl. Let me enlarge this. Let me enlarge this. I don't see Venezuela represented anywhere on this chart. The flow of fentanyl into the United States. This is a DEA intelligence report, unclassified fentanyl flow into the United States, January of 2020. Let's be clear. Uh, I see a cargo ship, and I see the Mexican border. This is unclassified. An exclusive summary. The flow of fentanyl into the United States in 2019 is more diverse compared to the start of the fentanyl crisis in 2014, with new source countries and new transit countries emerging as significant trafficking nodes. The new countries would be India, Canada, and Mexico. It used to exclusively come over on these cargo ships. Fentanyl in number one is fentanyl in powder form, as well as unregistered peel press stamps and dyes are shipped via mail service. Two, the powder fentanyl are processed and mixed with heroin, sold as heroin, or pressed into pills and sold in the Canadian drug market. So this is one. The powder form, as well as all unregistered peel, presses, stamps, and dyes, are shipped via mail from where? From one China, from one India. Uh, so let's see what number 5 and 6 represent. Uh, Precursors for the manufacturing fentanyl are shipped via mail service. That means the ingredients that are used to manufacture fentanyl comes from where? Comes from five. That is India. That is China going to the United States. Five, China going to the United States. Five, India going to China. Okay, are we clear on this? What is 6? 6 is precursors are used to clandestinely manufacture fentanyl. So now that you have the ingredients to manufacture fentanyl, you can manufacture it. Where can you manufacture it in? You can manufacture it in China. You can manufacture it in India, of course, because they are sending the precursors to China. So obviously they have the precursors. And then you can start manufacturing it in Canada and Mexico. Okay, what is point 7? Precursors are likely smuggled across this southwest border into Mexico to manufacture fentanyl. So once you get the precursors, then they send it to Mexico, so Mexico can then create the fentanyl. Where is Venezuela in any of this? So we're about to go to war with Venezuela for these alleged narco terrorists that they say they're bringing all of these drugs in our country that are killing hundreds of millions of people and all of these high number of people who are allegedly dying from fentanyl overdoses. And we see where fentanyl is coming into our country. So we have aircraft carriers. We have a nuclear sub. We have I think they said 10 or 12 warships in the Pacific and in the Caribbean Ocean about to do a land invasion in Venezuela, allegedly for the fentanyl that they are bringing to our country in fishing boats that they have blown up 2,000 miles away from the United States. We supposed to believe that? Also, so we going to war with them behind fishing boats that they have not proven that any drugs were on. And we got all of this over in the Caribbean and the Pacific Ocean to do a regime change in Venezuela. This is what it is about. You think that this is about fentanyl, and when you see where the fentanyl comes to the United States from, and 4547 said that Xi said that he's going to do something to stop the fentanyl from coming into the United States. He wasn't specific. 4547 wasn't specific about what Xi allegedly told him he would do to stop the flow. But then what happened with Xi? Are there warships? Are there claims of sending warships to fight China? Of course not. What happened when Xi just said something vague about what he would do to stop the flow coming into the United States? He dropped the tariffs by 10%. So Xi can say, hey, okay, I'll see what I can do about it. And you dropped the tariff 10% because you wrote a check your ass couldn't cash. Taco Trump, being a whole taco about the actual drugs that are coming to our country, but he wants y'all to believe that that the fentanyl is coming from Venezuela. So he is rightfully, allegedly blowing up narco terrorists who he has not proven to be narco terrorists. They are telling you that they know exactly who these people are on these boats that they are killing because they are alleging that they are bringing drugs into the United States. But they get war brought upon them. Understand the bullshit that this administration, the illegal killings that are being done, war crimes. Well, it can't be war crimes. They haven't even declared war. But they want you to believe that they are really have our military. How much does that cost? I'm pretty sure that it costs more than the month of food stamps for November for the poor. See, this is what they're doing with money. So they can put in Eric Prince in his Black Border group to sit over a fucking dummy government that they put in place in Venezuela and get all of that oil. Get all of that oil because Venezuela has the largest oil reserve in the whole entire world. So you think this is about drugs that they fentanyl that they say is coming in from Venezuela and killing the American public? You think they give a fuck about the American public dying? How do you think that they give a fuck about the American public dying when they are withholding food assistance for 43 million people in November? And who knows when this government shutdown is going to start for absolutely no reason. Do you think they give a fuck about the American people when they have cut Medicaid in that big bloated budget, and a lot of people are about to lose their Medicaid during this government shut? No. A lot of people are about to lose their Obama care also because of that bloated bill. You think they give a fuck about American people dying? But they want you to believe that they care so much about American junkies that they gonna go to war. Imagine that. As veterans who have to live off of food stamps are going to go hungry. This the bullshit. See, this the bullshit. Okay, so this let me see. As Beijing and Hong Kong, a special autonomous region, place restrictions on more precursor chemicals, and Mexican transitional criminal organizations are diversifying diversifying their source of supply. This is evident by fentanyl shipments from India, allegedly destined for Mexico. So, do you see anything about Venezuela? I understand that this is the 2020 report, but I need to see any report that says they are getting their precursor materials from Venezuela. Uh, Mexico are producing increasing quantities of fentanyl and illicit fentanyl containing tablets, with some TCO using increasingly sophisticated clandestine laboratories and producing methods. Okay, so let me see. Let's see if we see anything about Venezuela. Okay, this is going back to 2017, 2018. India and China. So yeah, so all of this about United States is a farce. And speaking of farce, that's all I have for you guys today. Um, yeah, I hope you enjoy the program. Please hit the like on your way out. According to data from the United States, Colombia, and the United Nations, and Venezuela does not supply fentanyl at all, experts say. Uh, uh, why blowing up Venezuelan boats won't stop the flow of drugs? The New York Times. Thank you for dropping that because that's all crazy work for real. It is a bunch of bullshit. It is totally a bunch of bullshit. Z Sarah, thank for dropping that as well. And you think they care about? They don't care about nobody dying. They getting at the money. This administration is getting at the money. And while they are talking about all this money, oh, and speaking of which, do you know that the fucking all of these people, the top admiral, can't even military housing that was that is set aside for the top admiral in the United States, Christy Nome. Christy Nome is living, and you have all of these people are living in housing that is designated for high-ranking people in our military, are being lived in by Christy Nome, uh, Pete Kegbreath, who else? Stephen Miller. Let me show you this story. This and Christine Nome was living in it for rent free. They are living off the government dime. Now it's different for I think some of the administration are able to live in military housing. But Christine Nome, her job does not enable her to live in military housing. And the bitch was living up in the Admiral's house for fucking free. If you didn't know about that, let me find that. Let me find that real quick because I think that is deplorable. Let me find that real quick. Hold on one second. Let me, I had to pull it up. Let me pull it up. Here we go. Let me share this with you real quick. Let me share this with you real quick.
White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Stephen Miller and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem now live on military bases. They are among at least 6 senior Trump administration appointees to do so in the Washington area, leaving them both isolated from the Capitol they helped govern and sheltered from political violence, but also protest. Joining us now, staff writer for The Atlantic, Tom Nichols, and staff writer.
Well, some of these people had moved on to bases months ago. Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, Pete Hegseth, the Defense Secretary, I think they just like the convenience of it. Some of this is because of concerns over security threats and increased precautions that were actually taken after the Charlie Kirk assassination in September. In the case of Stephen's family, putting out flyers with his address, chalking his sidewalks, they're
Okay. So if you don't like what comes with your lawlessness, you are not able to live in the White House.
There are certain jobs in government that come with a house. The president gets the White House, the vice president gets the Naval Observatory, and the head of the United States Coast Guard gets a spacious home right on the water. It's called Quarters 1. Well, at least it's supposed to. But for now, the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has decided she'd prefer to live in the Coast Guard house instead. And despite holding a position that explicitly does not provide housing, she's living there rent-free. Now, this has raised concern that Noem may be exploiting her DHS position for extra perks. But in a statement to the Washington Post, DHS spokeswoman Tricia McLaughlin insisted that that's not the case, that Noem's new living arrangements are simply for safety reasons. She basically said, have some humanity. And if you can't find the humanity, find it in a church. And then she included a link to the National Cathedral, which is super ironic, because if you actually click that link, you can find the cathedral's most recent public strategy for safety. It reads, quote, from the White House, the president sees a lawless wasteland. We beg to differ. We see fellow human beings, neighbors, workers, friends, and family, each made in the image of God. We remain firm in our commitment to serve those in need. We call on our political and civic leaders to reject fear-based governance and work together in a spirit of dignity and respect. Apparently, no one sent that link to the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Chris.
If you didn't know that, yes, that's going on. Let me share one more thing with you before I leave. Let me. let me. Oh, I
Okay,
did
we're
y'all
gonna kill
see?
them. You know,
Did y'all see the Halloween decorations? They won the first place in my book.
they're gonna be like dead.
Yeah, this Halloween in America, there's nothing scarier than mega politics. And when Halloween is over in a few days, there will be nothing scarier in America than mega politics. They from zombies because they only eat people with brains.
Smart people don't like me.
Yeah, indeed. And for us smart people that don't like Trump, I have got a brilliant new anti-Trump Halloween.
Shows skeletons dressed as ICE agents chasing others wearing sombreros and ponchos.
Yeah, and it's no.
Okay, so that's some things that have been put up, and then there were other things that were put up for yard decorations for Halloween. The tables seem to be turned in this one, but this is the one I want to show you. This house has all of the fixings.
Takes it up a notch, showing the 7 deadly sins. And if you zoom in on greed, we see Trump sitting on a gold toilet with a briefcase full of money, surrounded by his tacky gold accents, with pictures over the fight. Scary, slightly disturbing, but definitely more creative. However, we've got a new display in Georgia that absolutely tops them all. Let me just show you the entire thing, then I'm going to break it all down because there is a lot going on here. And Mega, they're not going to like any of it.
So you have 45, 47, and JD Vance being puppeteered by who is the big, large fixture that would be Putin. They're his puppets. There you have Pete Keg Breath down there with all of his empty beer cans and liquor bottles on his knees, bowing down to this administration. There you hear Caroline Leavitt bowing down with a cross on her neck. There you have RFK Jr. You see the worms that ate his brain. Yes, you see the worms. And then who else could that be but cosplay Barbie? Christine Nome. Even the Statue of Liberty is chained by ice. You know the Statue of Liberty comes from France. A No Kings protester just looking down, watching it.
Okay, first of all, fuck.
Okay, so let's go to it through it close up.
Nuance going on here. We've got the giant skeleton of Putin playing puppet master to Trump, who's wearing a wannabe dictator hat with a shirt that says, "I'm on the list." Yeah. Next to him is the J.D. Vance puppet with his fat face mean pic on the shirt and a hat that says, "All I do is vacation." Then we move down to ground level, where we see Trump's Hegseth skeleton surrounded by crushed beer cans and holding an empty liquor bottle. Touche. Then we've got Caroline Levitt with a mega hat and a giant cross around her bony neck. Next to her is RFK, and please note, the skeleton has worms coming out of his brain, which might be the funniest thing here, since RFK actually had a worm eat part of his brain, and I only wish that was a joke.
I have cog problems, clearly. Kennedy said one of the doctors said it could have been caused by a worm that got into my brain and ate a portion of it and then died.
Yeah, all right. Getting back to our anti-Trump Halloween display. Next sections. We've got a series of headstones mourning, fun things like the loss of science, facts, and truth, freedom of speech, DEI, humanity, democracy, and women's rights. Then we've got ICE agents arresting Lady Liberty, who is, of course, dead at this time.
Okay, so I just want to show you guys that I thought that was a fantastic Halloween display. Now, let me show you this. Now, I have something else. I want to show you this Cash Patel of flipping out.
Turning now to the Charlie Kirk investigation, some very strange developments happening at the very top of the U.S. intelligence community and the FBI. Let's go and put this up here on the screen. Officials' access to FBI files in Charlie K case drew up pushback. That's a very New York Times way of putting some of the details here. So let me set the stage. So the person who's in front of you, if you're just watching, is Joe Kent. He is the National Counterterrorism Center director. He is a deputy to Tulsi Gabbard, the ODNI, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Now, currently, there is a long brewing fight, apparently, in the administration over the Charlie Kirk case because Joe Kent examined FBI files in the last several weeks to, quote, investigate whether the man charged with assassinating Charlie Kirk had support from someone else, a foreign power, or another entity. The inquiry by Kent, the director of the National Counterterrorism Center, alarmed Kash Patel, the director of the FBI. Mr. Patel and other senior officials believed Mr. Kent was overstepping, treading on FBI responsibilities, and potentially interfering with the investigation and the prosecution of the suspect, Tyler Robinson. But supporters of Mr. Kent say he was just doing his job, running down leads, making sure no foreign or domestic groups were linked to Mr. Kirk's death. Robinson was accused of killing Kirk last month. Mr. Kent is the confirmed Senate director of the Counterterrorism Center. Quote, Mr. Patel was troubled that Kent efforts were a topic that at a White House meeting, a top meeting with Patel, Kent, Gabbard, J.D. Vance, and the White House Chief of Staff. The people interviewed by the Times were granted anonymity, they say. FBI and the DOJ generally keep tight control over these evidence in criminal cases when they're preparing for trial, where the government documents may have to be turned over to the defense and could be used to poke holes in the prosecution's case. So what they say specifically is that while Robinson is currently facing state charges, they were concerned that his effort could provide fodder to defense lawyers who could use the notion that there more than one person was involved to raise reasonable doubt in the minds of jurors about the case.
So why they are worried about it could be fodder that there are more people involved because there is already fodder that there is more people involved. Kundis Owens may be on to something. That's all I'm saying. If you go check out a couple of things and a couple of slow down videos. The security personnel that was doing the hand signals that they said they were suspicious after he was shot and was laid down on the floor where most people who obviously worked for him were running to him. It was strange that the security guy with the baseball cap on and the 1970 shag hairdo, instead of running to him, he was right there. He could have just ran right under the tent. Hey, he took off around the back of the tent. So hey, we'll see when the all the cards fall on this, if they haven't.
Cash has raised plenty of reasonable
I was gonna
doubt
say,
in his own
first of
operations
all,
of this.
Look, I mean, I gotta tread lightly here. There's so much conspiracy stuff, around all this. I will say it's pretty weird that they're getting. First of all, it's number two. Like, technically, would they even have subpoena power over what the National Counterterrorism Director is doing? Like, no, right? I mean, it would technically be a secret inside this.
Now, understand that this is the. I mean, what does the FBI have to do with this? What is he mad about? Everyone wanted to pretend like they were Charlie Kirk's best friend. Go take that private jet and fly your bimbo to another wrestling match in Philly, Cash Patel, and pretend like you're not using our American dime to act like you are some billionaire who's earned this private jet, and that you're spending your money instead of the people's money to wine and dine your dates. You gotta excuse my dog. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about that as well. I have to run. I hope you guys have a great remainder of your day, and stay sucker free. All right. I will play some more of these clips that I have for you on Monday. All right. Bye-bye. And remember, keep your chin up. I know it may be heavy, but keep your chin up, and take your baseball caps off when you're in public restaurants. Make sure you take your baseball caps off. Even thugs know how to do that. But I understand that some people are raised by women who have them on the west side of Chicago, and then can't get out of the ghetto. But take your caps off at the table. You and your bad knee. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
In the morning when I'm driving, I really come alive when I listen to my Ronnie Q.
It's bad when black men don't have father figures. They turn out to be utter trash, and they basic bitches who both pretend to be above everyone else.
She's on the air. It's time for Ronnie Q.
Keep your chin up, old man.
They are rare and they are few. Who can compare with